I've voted for and against TIFs on all the years I've been up here. I've seen bad TIFs. I've never seen anybody come into this room when there was a bad TIF that this council fought off. So, you know, that's one of the things. During the Civic Center,
would that
which,
include the mayor's discretionary fund and the council's discretionary fund?
the council didn't use any discretionary money on it. I know there was some.
No,
Mark, you're out of order, please.
And it doesn't matter anyway. I voted against it if you want to look at the record. But I'm in the queue next.
I yield. I'm done. Thanks.
Councilman Roberts.
I'll make a substitute motion to have the election on January 20th, if I can get a second, and then hold the floor. And the only reason that I'm speaking is I believe the same thing. I think we should get this out and voted on as quickly as possible. But I did want to speak to one of the comments by Mr. Mayor. I always pronounce your last name wrong. Millar, sorry, Mark. But one of the things that the city cannot do is the city cannot expend money on this issue to promote it. So, you know, that's one of the things. During the Civic Center,
would that include the mayor's discretionary fund and the council's discretionary fund?
the council didn't use any discretionary money on it. I know there was some.
No,
Mark, you're out of order, please.
And it doesn't matter anyway. I voted against it if you want to look at the record. But what I'm trying to say, I voted against the Civic Center, is what I'm saying. And what I'm trying to say is we do, or at least I do, watch as closely that the city isn't expending any money on these things that need to be voted on because, one, it's illegal, and second, I think it's highly unethical. Now, granted, I know there's some possible ways around that with some other people, you know, some other groups that get city money. So you have to be concerned about that. But I do believe that there's been so much misinformation out there about this that is just sickening to me. I mean, TIFs, they have been used widely in Rapid because basically it's the only economic tool we have, which is unfortunate. I wish we had more economic, development tools, but we don't. But if you look at the TIFs, because one of the things that I heard was 20% of the TIFs have been unsuccessful. You know what? That is TIFs that never even made it to becoming a TIF, that were never funded, that never came into. Every TIF that we've had, -2 since 1984, have been successful. And if you look at the majority of them, like Rushmore Crossing, which was $16 million when it was first became a TIF, and now it's hundreds of millions of dollars that are on the taxpayer's roll. And that's just one of the many, and then also saying TIFs would just happen. They would just happen. Well, I guarantee you that the housing development behind Menards, that would have never happened, ever happened, because there was a $24 million city road that had to be put on that property. There's no way a developer is going to pay $24 million for a road. It's not possible. So every TIF, I voted for and against TIFs on all the years I've been up here. I've seen bad TIFs. I've never seen anybody come into this room when there was a bad TIF that this council fought off. But when we do have a TIF that can get politicized and become a big public debate, then it becomes an issue. I didn't see people in the Planning Commission on this. This probably would have just went through if there hadn't have been an issue with the city and it had to come back again. And the whole thing, in my opinion, is just, I'm glad. I'm absolutely glad that the citizens get a vote on this. I think you're going to be wrong. I think that the people of Rapid City like the fact, and they believe that we're doing a good job up here. I think that this is going to be great for economic development in Rapid City, and I hope it passes, and I'm going to fight 100% for it. Thank you.
Councilman Evans?
Thank you. I agree with Mr. Roberts on everything he said. And like Mr. Roberts, I voted for and against some TIFs if I don't think they make sense economically. And like I said at the Legal Finance Committee on Wednesday, in most states, they collect your taxes at the state level. They have a big economic development fund. They dole that out to the city from their state capital based upon who has the best connections. I think TIFs are good because we actually control the money that we are in charge of a little bit locally. And it's our only vehicle to compete with those states that do have those kind of economic development funds. So I think it's a great vehicle, and we've done a great job of managing them. I would like to ask one question because, as Mr. Roberts said, all this misinformation, and I was originally opposed to this particular Liberty Land TIF. When I educated myself, I changed my mind because I knew I was wrong. So I hope some of you people will do the same. Now, a comment was made earlier when we talk about misinformation, and this is how these things get legs, and for some reason they keep going. Somebody said this city was broke. Is our city broke?
Mr. Ainsley?
Not even close.
I know, but that's going to be what's published. And this is the problem with this culture and the media culture we have right now. People hear these hot button things and they go with them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they keep saying them. So please don't say things that are not true. It hurts my feelings. Thank you.
You got a name for who
The
made
motion on
comment?
the floor is to have the vote on January 20th. Do we have a second? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes. On